Good evening, everyone. Welcome all of you to this webinar. Um, my name is Nanjapa. I'll be the facilitator for the session today. So what we will be doing in the next 1 hour is I will be giving you a roadmap, rather a framework on how to start your own online coaching journey. So what is it that you need to take care? How do you start? What are the tools that you need? All this is part of the session today. For the next 45 minutes to 45 to 50 minutes, I'll be taking you through a presentation where I will be giving you a few tools and the roadmap also. Few announcements with regard to the session today. You will all be getting the recording of the session as well as the certificate, participation certificate. For that, you need to fill out a form. The form will be shared at the end of the session. So this session is structured in such a way that, as I told you, I'll be sharing a presentation. Now, the first 5 minutes would be about Up Educators, what we do, why are we having this webinar? And then we'll dive into the actual content of the webinar. And finally, the last 5 or 10 minutes would be for Q&A. And that is the time I'll be sharing the form with you all. So once again, welcome all of you to this session. My name is Nanjapa. I am a Google certified trainer, and I've been associated with Up Educators for the last 5 years. I handle different courses at Up Educators. I handle the how do you start your own online coaching journey. That's we have a 5 weeks program where we handhold participants on and aid them to start their own online setup. I also handle a course specifically for school leaders, how you can leverage AI and automate tasks. This is what I handle. That's a 6 weeks program specifically for academic coordinators, principals, vice principals, people of the management. Um, Apart from handling these programs, I also handle masterclass on Canva, and I am based in Coorg, Karnataka, and I am part of the management of a Cambridge affiliated institution here. And the last, I think for the last 4 or 5 years, I've been lucky to train about 3,500 plus teachers across India on various digital tools, AI tools, all that. So I think let's start with the session for today. As I told you, the next 5 minutes, maybe less than that, would be where I detail you about what we do at Up Educators. So basically, our niche is teacher training. So we make sure that the teachers who do various courses or webinars get certified because we are partnered with Cambridge International Education. We are a Google for Education partner also. We are affiliated with the STEM.org and the Government of India through the Skill India initiative. So all the programs that we offer here are certified programs. You get a certificate no doubt from Up Educators plus one of these certifications too. We are India's leading institute to offer instructor-led training courses. Our main focus is to impart or upskill teachers in the latest 21st century pedagogy, the AI tools, the digital tools, basically to make learning interesting for the students. Now, we have trained a lakh plus educators from about 25 plus countries, and these are few of the institutions that have partnered with us. We are India's largest teacher community on social media. We have about 5 lakh plus followers across various social media platforms. We are at 4.8 rating on Google with 4,000 plus educators who have put in their reviews. We also conduct Olympiads for teachers. This is where we get teachers of the same fraternity, like say a science teachers, where we have teachers from the language stream who are put into various groups, who enroll for this Olympiad. They are put into various groups where you are given training on how do you design good lesson plans, what are the various tools that you need to use, and finally, you need to present a lesson plan, and that lesson plan is awarded also. So we have conducted international science Olympiads, pre-primary teachers Olympiads, all this. Now, because we are partnered with Google, we have trained 10,000 plus educators, mainly on the AI tools. We have, these are some of the initiatives that we do. Now, coming on to the actual content of this webinar now. So I know many of you might have planned to start on your own, or you would want to initially get associated with an online training platform, and later on, maybe you would want to branch out. Now, what is the scenario in India? There are a lot of opportunities for online teachers. Now, what is fueling the growth of online teaching in India? So here, let's keep this the next maybe a few minutes interactive, because I would want to know what is it that is drawing you towards starting your own online teaching. So what do you think is fueling the growth of online teaching in India? You can unmute and answer, or if you want to type it in the chat window, you're welcome to do it. Okay, let me, yes, Swati ma'am, would you like to answer?
Yeah, hello. So,
Yeah.
like, I used to work in a school before, but later, due to some personal issues and all, I'm not able to work offline anymore. So, this online thing will be helpful for me. So, I can stay at home and work while my children are
Okay.
away, like at school and all. So, this
Yeah.
way.
Convenience. Yes.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. Madhvi ma'am, would you like to add in?
Yes, sir. See, one thing is online teaching is very interesting, and I've been into online teaching since COVID. My daughters had come for the delivery and all that, so I quit my job and basically sitting at home during the COVID time. My children actually, a little bit here and there, and I tried to learn. And since then, I have been doing the online teaching for the children.
Mhm.
And I really now don't want to go back to my, the physical teaching in the schools and all that. The comfort that it gives you, yes, it is not very easy like your physical presence, because
Mhm.
along with the student, the parents also sit in the room, and then, you are under a microscope. Actually, your teaching goes under a microscope. But
Okay.
then to me, it actually gives a kick, when you
Hope
can.
I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, yes, yes.
Am I
Go
audible?
on, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to convince not only the student but also the parents over there, because they sit in the classes. But in
Mm-hmm.
spite of all that,
Okay.
it keeps you actually, you keep learning new things. You
Okay.
can't sit,
Yeah.
just the physical presence. So this, the reason why I enrolled myself for your course is also for me to
Mm-hmm.
update my skills, so that, I learn the new things from you all.
Okay. So I think nice that both of you could put out your views. So let's see a few of the things which I have listed. Okay. So I see that few of you have typed it in the chat also. Thank you. Now, one is the change in the mindset of the parents, the students, and even the teachers too. We are ready to go online. Now, the why did this happen? Because internet penetration, especially post-COVID, has increased. Laptop and computer ownership has increased, but for the students, they don't need to have a laptop as such. If they have their own mobile phone or a smartphone is good enough for them to attend the classes. Traffic and security are becoming big issues. So convenience is one thing. Now, for a teacher, you're not restricted by the geographical location for your students. Previously, when you used to have offline classes, it used to be a particular geographical location. It could be a 20, 25-kilometer radius from where you used to get students. But now it is across the globe. Online teaching has become affordable. Convenience, yes, this we mentioned. And the last two is what I want all of you to pay attention to. There are a growing number of skills, hobby classes, which are taken online. There is demand for this. And it's become very easy for a teacher to launch a course online, especially something which is your niche. Niche, very important thing. We will be looking into it. I'll come back to this in a while. Okay. So that means if you want to start your own course, you just have a laptop, a good internet connection. That's all is needed. We will be looking at, or rather, I will give you, I'll give you different tools through which you will be able to start off on your own. Parvaiz, but sir, ma'am, I will give you time for the questions that will be at the end of the session. Okay, the last 10 minutes would be for Q&A. Yes, we will move ahead. Now, the next thing, what are the challenges that you're facing? If you want to type it or unmute and tell me, maybe one or two of you, welcome. What are the challenges that you're facing? I know many of you are facing challenges. I think that is one of the reasons you're attending this webinar. I just want to know, what is it? Yes, Manvi ma'am. Answer, why? What are the challenges that an online teacher faces?
So getting leads, like getting students, mostly.
Okay,
Yeah.
getting students. Okay.
And sometimes even like, to manage the student also. Like I already teach online, but sometimes it's some children don't pay much attention. And there is a difference when you're teaching physically because they drift away easily and all.
Yes. Okay.
It is
The
also a
blank screen,
challenge.
the blank screen problem. That's
Ah,
what they call. Okay.
okay. Yeah.
So we will see. Yes, the first thing that you mentioned is high on the list, difficulty in getting admissions. Then how to use digital tools to create engaging and interactive classes. I think that's the second point that Swati ma'am mentioned. Then how do you set up your own online teaching academy using the free tools? Lack of technological understanding, right? So what tools to use, whether I should use Zoom, whether Google uh, Meet is better, these kinds of questions. And getting the trust of parents and students. And of course, computer, this thing. So I see Rajul Jain, ma'am, sir, teaching maths is a problem, right? How do you make it interesting? Yes, we will be looking at different tools for that. So these are the challenges that an online teacher faces. Now, why are we having this webinar? Because we are a totally online company, I would say, because we started off with just one course during the COVID. Now we have reached about 9+ courses. Actually, it is around 13+ courses that we are offering now. And we have had students upwards of 25,000. So as I told you, right now I'm taking this session from Coop. That's where I stay. So the whole team at UpEducators are spread across India. The backend team, the support team, everybody works from home. Okay. Now we thought, why not? And once we have grown from having one course to 13+ courses with about 4.8 rating on Google, why don't we crystallize the learning that we all had across these 4 years into this webinar as well as the course? So that's why this webinar. Now let's go into the actual framework, which I told you that I will be sharing with you. So this particular program or the webinar, the framework is 6 steps. Okay. The step 1 is to find a profitable course. We will be going into this, each one of the steps in detail. Then once you've decided on the course, we need to build the curriculum, or rather the framework for the course. Then all the content that you need before you take an online class, that needs to be ready. Now, once the content is ready, the notes, the presentations, all that, where do you put it so that students can easily access it? That's step 4. Then marketing part. How do you market? Your content is ready. How do you reach out to people? That's step 5. Then how do you gain the trust of parents, students? What's that extra that you need to do? This is the 6-step process. So let's go into each one of the steps in detail. Now, how do you find a profitable course? So here, identifying your niche is a very important thing. Now, what do I mean by this particular word, niche? Now, I know that many of you have got experience in various subjects. Like say you specialize in, one person specializes in mathematics. The other person says, no, I'm very good in English, so I want to start a course on phonics because that's much in demand now. Other teacher might say, no, I'm good in languages. Now, especially if you are from Karnataka, Kannada is what many of the students hope I am audible. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you. We will move ahead. Yeah. Okay. So now, I think I was telling you about the niche. So hope all of you have understood what do you mean by a niche, right? Now, let me give you an other example, one more example, where you as a parent who wants to put your child for one of the classes, you call up a particular number from a teacher and you ask, okay, ma'am, what is unique, right? Why should I put my child with you all? Now, the teacher might say, I handle classes from grade 1 to 10, all subjects, okay? Versus if you are looking for mathematics specially, one more teacher says, I concentrate on, say, your child is in third grade or fourth grade. One teacher says, I handle the basics of mathematics. I make sure that the basics of students with regard to mathematics is strong, right? Now you can decide where you would be putting your child in. So that's why identifying your niche is very important. Maybe it's not just one course that you want to handle, perfectly fine. Maximum of 3 courses, not more than that. Okay. So, and generally what happens is as you start taking classes, maybe after the first year, you will narrow it down to maximum 2, and then finally you will stick to one particular course, because that's where your skill is very strong. You will be more confident and the output also will be very good. So step 1 is to find a profitable course. Okay. Identify your niche. Now the step 2, now how do you verify it, right? How do you, okay, raise my voice. Hope I am audible now.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Chakravarti sir. Now, how do you validate your course? Okay, you've thought about a course. How do you verify whether it is profitable, whether people are there to take the course? Now, for that, the tool that you can check through is Google Trends. Okay, I'll be mentioning a few tools here. You can look at Google Trends. Google Trends gives you what are people searching for. For example, how many people are searching for mathematics? How many people are searching for 10th standard science? Okay, CBSE. So this is all from Google. It will give you the data. So you will have a fair idea. Okay, now, for example, if somebody wants to start Vedic maths, are there people looking for this particular program? You can check Google Trends. And other websites that you need to check is Udemy, Coursera, because these are all free websites. Which, I mean, sorry, not free. They offer courses at 99 rupees, 299. So you can check, are there people taking a program like this? How many people have taken the course like this? Okay. And of course, YouTube. You can look at different videos about particular subject. Now say Vedic maths, how many people have viewed the video? So that means if more number of people are there, yes, okay, this is something which you can go at. This is one of the ways through which you can validate whatever you thought of. Okay, this course will be good or this course will be profitable. So that's step 1. Now, the next step is to design the course. So design the framework for the course. Now, somebody who is handling CBSE, ICSE, say for the boards, no, for you, this part will not be much of an issue because there is a framework given and you need to stick to that framework, right? And you know that, okay, from this particular chapter, so many questions will come. All that framework is already there for you. Now, somebody who is starting maybe a public speaking course, then you need to decide how many months is the course that you're going to handle. Out of that, how many days in a week? What would be the duration of each session? So using that data, that is what is the duration, all that, you need to build a curriculum for that course. Okay. Otherwise also, for say you're handling 3rd standard mathematics, fine. What is the duration of the program that you're going to offer for the students? What is it that you're covering in a week? How many days in a week are you going to take classes? You need to decide on that. And you need to build that curriculum. What is it you'll be covering in session 1, session 2, session 3, end of the week? What is it? Okay. So like this, you need to build the framework for that particular course. Now, how do you do it? Do I need to sit and write? Not necessary. You can use a model called as ADDIE. Okay. ADDIE model is generally used by curriculum designers, instructional designers for building framework or curriculum for the courses. And this is where you need to learn the AI tools and take the help of AI tools to design that curriculum. Okay. Improvise on that curriculum. Now, a CBSE teacher might say, sir, it is already there. Curriculum is already there. I know what to cover. How do you make it more interesting? Why should the child come to you? So you need to make it more interesting. Okay. So Use models like ADDIE, and it will help you design curriculum in a wonderful way. So that's the step 2. Now the step 3 is to build the content for the classes. Now, okay, you've decided 4 weeks is the program. 4 days in a week, you're going to take classes. Now, what is it that you're going to cover on day 1? Are you going to share a presentation with the students? Are you going to share a video? Show them a video. What about the notes that you want to give? Now, a mathematics teacher might think, okay, how do I write equations? Do I use the mouse? Do I use a tablet, pen tablet for that? So you need to think about these resources. Okay, and you need to develop these resources. So what is it? What are the resources that you need to be ready with? Curriculum, yes. Lesson plan, minute-to-minute lesson plan has to be created. Okay, that's when the output will be good. Then the presentations needs to be created. How are you going to show it to the students? Okay, then select a few videos, keep it ready. Science teachers, simulations, very important, because offline you would have shown them an experiment. How do you do it online? So there are websites to help you with the simulations. Okay, you need to create those assignments also. So I will show you a few, and I will give you the names of the tools also. Okay, what about a Hindi teacher? Chahat ma'am, there is something coming your way in a while. Okay, now basically we are looking at how do you make it interesting, right? So let me show you a few examples. One, we will start with mathematics. Okay, now you can design a game like this, and when it is online, you can ask the students to play this game. Now, this is like a tug of war. Say I enter 15, okay, or rather 25 here, I answer. You will see that the blob, the red blob, which is there in the center, moves towards that side. Now here, wrong answer, no. Now here, I'll enter 22. You will see that this red blob keeps coming to this right, left side. So this way, you can involve the students. They will be typing this, and you will be able to make it interesting. Now, a science teacher might create a simulation, something like this. Okay. And all these simulations are created using Gemini. Okay. Have been created using Gemini. Okay. So water cycle, you can decrease the temperature and show it to the students how it works. You can increase the wind speed, see what changes happens, these kinds of simulations. Now for a Hindi teacher, yes, I've created flashcards. So you can open the flashcard. I'll just show you. I will share the video also. The audio, I mean. So like this.
A se anar.
So you can have the children click.
A se eri.
Okay. So you can create content like this. Okay. And this is what will make it interesting for the students. So you can have a series of interactive material like this, create a website to that particular topic, okay, and have the students try this out. Okay. So this is what you can do with the various AI tools that you all can use. For English teachers, yes, there is a website called olabs.edu.in. This is for science teachers, even for mathematics teachers also. This is specifically for the Indian curriculum. Please see this. There are a lot of simulations which can be used even for language teachers too. Social science teachers, yes, the same website. Okay. Yeah. Now moving on. So these are some of the things that you can create. So that's why knowledge of AI and the tools is mandatory now for teachers. Now moving ahead, you've created, okay, one more tool that I want to share with you for creating presentations is Gamma. Okay, using this, just by giving a prompt, you can create presentations. Now, once you've created all this content, where are you going to host it? Right? Where are you going to put it so that students can easily access it? So this is where the concept of LMS, Learning Management System, comes in. Learning Management System. Now, what is this LMS? LMS is where all the content is stored for the students and they can easily retrieve it from there. Now, for the students who have enrolled with you, will be given access to this LMS. Otherwise, no. Okay. So how do you set this up? So the tool that you can use to do this is Google Classroom. Okay. So learn about this particular tool, Google Classroom, create an LMS so that students can access it. Now, in addition to this, you also need to create a website. Okay, because slowly we are moving to the marketing part of it. How many of you have your own website, or rather, how many of you want to have your own website? I'll give you a tool through which you can create your own website. Okay. Now, the tool that you all can use to create your own website is Google Sites. With this, you don't need to have any programming knowledge. It's not that I need to know HTML, Java to create websites. No. If you know Microsoft Word, that's good enough for you to create your own website. Your website will have text, pictures, videos. You can even have a quiz there, inquiry form there, okay, where students can directly look through what is it that you're doing. What is that unique thing that you're doing, okay? So these are the things which can be highlighted in a website, and you can use Google Sites for that. Now, you also need to have a payment gateway because students who have or parents who have enrolled with you would want to make a payment online, right? So simple process to do that is using Google Forms. Okay, using Google Forms. So with this, what happens is they can enter their details. You can put your UPI QR code into that. They make a payment, upload the details directly, and it is always stored with you in Google Sheets. So you need to learn Google Forms also. Okay. Now, the next thing after having done this is to have your own Google business page. Okay. Now, one of the things that you all mentioned was, how do we get students, right? Now, we know that in this age, how do people find you? They find you on the internet or through your social media, right? Now, how do you make sure that you go higher in the search? One of the easiest ways is to have your own Google business page. Okay. Now, what is Google business page? I'm sure all of you have accessed this. Now, you want to visit a new restaurant or you're going somewhere on a holiday, you want to stay at a place, you will check their reviews, right? Now, where are those reviews? Reviews are on the Google business page. It's basically a mini website. So once you create a Google business page, you will be uploading your pictures there. You will be adding your phone number there, your website there. People can easily get in touch with you. And there is this review page also. This is where, as you have the first batch of students, you will have to make sure that they enter the reviews in the Google review page so that your ratings increase, there is more interaction, and your page goes higher in the search. So this is another tool that you can use. Now, this is just a demonstration of what is Google Classroom. Okay, so this is how you can easily sort. Okay, now chapter 2 was nutrition. You can put out assignments. You get to see how many of them have submitted, how many are marked. The data is arranged. The notes are uploaded. Okay, and access is given to only the students who have enrolled with you. Others can't access this particular software. Okay, so this was the step 4 where you need to host this content. That is, whatever you've prepared, you've done through the LMS. Now the step 5 is where we look at the marketing of the classes, or rather the course. Now, how do you market the course? Now here the question, because marketing of online courses, you can't do it through flyers, hoardings, right? So how can we promote something online? What do you feel? What is the method that you will all use to promote something online? Or rather, I'll put out the question, how did you get to know about this webinar? How did you get to know about this webinar? Yes, Meta ads. Okay, social media. So Instagram, Facebook is how we reached out to you, right? So that is what you all need to learn. So there are 2 methods for online marketing. That is, first method is through organic marketing. You are not spending any money here. You start building content. You put out content on Instagram, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, even YouTube, all that, and then share with your friends and family. Ask them to share it with others. So this is the organic part of organic marketing, where you're not spending any money as such. Now, the second method is to make sure that you have a website, people can reach out to you. You also have a Google business page. And in addition to that, you can go in for paid ads also on Instagram, Facebook, all that, right? So you can target people based on their profile, all that. So these are some of the examples that you would have seen, you all would have got on your Facebook and Instagram accounts. So this is just a brief demonstration about ads on Facebook. Okay, so you can look at parents, especially women, who are in a particular age group. So this ad that you design will go to only that target audience. Okay, and you're charged based on that. And you can put the location also. Now, say somebody in Bangalore is targeting people from the Whitefield area. Yes, you can market. Somebody from Mumbai, a particular area of Mumbai. Yes, you can do that too. Okay. Now, this is what can be done on Facebook. And the advantage that we have in India right now is the 3 most popular social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, are all owned by the same company, Meta. So that means if you upload your advertisement on Facebook, you have an option where you can put it on Instagram, and you can link your WhatsApp number to that too. Okay. Yes. Now, how do you design those ads? Simple process. You need to learn a tool called Canva. This is very important. Now, Canva, the new AI feature of Canva, gives you a lot of options. I saw one of the questions here. How do you design worksheets? Go to Canva. It'll help you design wonderful worksheets with pictures, all that. There is an option called Canva Code also. Okay, you need to start learning that part. You can design your ads here. You can design presentations, okay, just by giving a prompt, and you can convert those presentations, add your voice, add AI voice if you want, and make a video of that content also. Okay, so Canva, a tool not to be missed.
Hi,
I'll skip all this, but make sure that you collect the reviews, because that is where, or that is how you can get students. Okay, so reviews are very important. Once you have created the content, you advertised all that. Now the next step would be once you start getting calls, no? How do you give them a demo class? So because many of them would want a demo class, webinar, right? So all this, for this, one of the best tools which you can use is Nearpod. Okay, it's a wonderful tool. With this, a science teacher can show simulations, okay, can show 3D models of, say, the human body, the heart, all that. Now, a social studies teacher can show the location of a place. It's like the children are standing there and having the 360-degree view of that location. Okay. And you can introduce the concept of gamified learning here. So you can add games at the end of the session where children answer questions. There is a leaderboard. Those kinds of things can be designed using Nearpod. Okay. I'll skip this. The next thing is to create a sales page. Okay. This is also very important and it's very easy for you to create a sales page. Now, what do you mean by a sales page? You advertised on Facebook or you've shared your details with others through WhatsApp, all that, and then one parent calls. The 30 seconds that you get is very important. You need to make sure that 30 seconds you convey what is it unique that you're offering. Okay, so create a sales page. Now, again, do you need to sit and write? Don't do that. Take the help of AI tools, Gemini, ChatGPT, and or Claude. It will give you a wonderful sales page. Prepare 30-second sales page, 1-minute sales page, where you put in your inputs and it gives you a wonderful output, which you can use to talk to the parents. In addition to that, you also need to see how can you overcome those sales objections. Because generally when you make a call, one parent might say, oh, I need to discuss with my spouse and take a decision. Or one might say the price is too high. Other common thing is this, I think I can wait for a few more months and then put my child. How do you overcome these kinds of objections? Be ready with that. Okay. How? Take the help of AI. It'll guide you in a wonderful way. Okay. Moving to the last part here, think of a pricing for the course. Okay. Now, how many of you have decided on the pricing of the course? Somebody who's already started, maybe yes, you would have thought, okay, I'm already charging so much, I will stick to this. Others might say, okay, one person might say, I'm going to charge 300 rupees per hour. Other person might say, oh, no, that is very less, 500, 1,000, 2,000. Okay. Now, you need to decide on the pricing of the course. Do I have a perfect way for this? I'm sorry, I don't have. Okay. So you need to think of, okay, as you're entering, maybe you want to gain more students. Maybe a few of you might charge low, or one of you might say, no, I've got experience and I know that this is the value that I'm going to give to my students. I'm going to charge X amount of rupees. I'm not going to come down. That is your choice. Okay. So, but decide on the pricing of the course, because when you make a call to the parent, or rather the parent gives you a call, one of the first question or one question that will always be there is, how much does it cost? Right? So be ready with this. Yes. Now, what is it extra that you can do? Now, imagine you are a teacher who takes online classes. You tell them, I am certified by Google. I am a Google certified educator, or I have got certification on Google Gemini. Okay. So you can do a course on the Google certified educator program. Now with this, what is it that you will be learning? You will be learning about Google Classroom, about forms, about Google Docs. Okay. This is a word processing software. Okay. And there is an exam from Google. Simple, 3 hours exam. You clear the exam, you become a Google certified educator. Okay. This is the certificate that you get from Google. Now, coming on to the I think you need to allow me before I take questions, okay? And I share the link for the certificate. For the next 2 minutes, I'll do a little bit of marketing, okay? So what framework that I gave you, that is the 6 steps. Step 1, find the niche. Step 2, build the framework or the curriculum. Step 3, build the content for that course, lesson plan, presentations, videos, assessments, notes, keep it ready. Step 4, host it in a particular location using Google Classroom. Then comes the marketing aspect. How do you market this program? Okay. Then step 6 is to gain additional certification with Google. Now, all this, we have made it into a 10 weeks program. Okay. First 5 weeks are the first step 1 to 5, where each one of you will be guided on how do you start, how do you build the curriculum, what are the various models that you need to use, and how do you build presentations, notes, all that. Okay. And these 5 weeks are conveniently organized into 3 days in a week sessions, 8:30 to 10. It is not recorded session, it is live. Okay. You will have to work with the facilitator. Then the next 5 weeks would be for the Google Certified Educator Program. You are paying only for the first 5 weeks. The next 5 weeks is totally free because we are a Google for Education partner. Google charges examination fees also. You're exempted from that. You will be getting recording of the classes. It will be available to you for 1 year. So in case you miss the class, not to worry. Recording is always there. You are given assignments also. And finally, there is certification from UpEducators. Now, why are we doing this particular program? See, you can partner with different websites where you take online classes. They will give you a platform, but you're paying money for that. The student database is not yours. Whereas here, we are equipping you with all the skills needed, and it will be your own setup. From an educator, okay, you are becoming a content creator because you'll be creating your own slides, you're creating your own notes, all that. Basically, you're becoming a edupreneur. Okay. So this is what we are aiming at. I will quickly tell you, we are starting the next batch in the first week of August. It's a 5 weeks program, 8:30 to 10. This is the course fees. Okay. Yes, I will. What are the other courses that we offer? Just 1 more minute before I share the link and take questions. We also offer the Google Certified Trainer Program, Educator Program. We also offer advanced AI course for teachers, okay? And AI course for education leaders. So if you are a school leader, academic head, then this is the course for you, where you learn about how do you automate things very easily using AI. Now, we also offer innovative teaching practices course, instructional design course, and one of the most popular courses at UpEducators, the Cambridge CICTL program, because you know that a lot of schools in India right now are getting affiliated to the Cambridge board. So they have a particular method of delivering the content. So many of the schools want teachers who are trained in the Cambridge way of teaching. So we have the CICTL program, which is from the Cambridge International Education. We also offer STEM courses. So this one is also very popular. This is handled by a retired Indian Air Force person. So now with a lot of impetus being given to STEM, and science teachers, maths teachers, even social studies teachers are supposed to be STEM ready. That is their classroom. The classes have to be STEM ready. So you will be learning how to do it. This is also practical. Okay. we have the early childhood education where we offer ECC course, nursery teacher training. We also offer the Montessori teacher training programs too. Yes. So this was about the programs that we offer, and the step-by-step framework is what I shared with you all. First thing, thank you for being part of this session. Hope I've been able to add value for the time that you all spent with me. Any suggestions that you have for improving the content and for me, for delivery of the content, please let me know. I will just put out the Google review link. Okay. So if you're happy with the program that you just attended, I would request you all to just click on the link. It will take you to the Google review page of Up Educators. Please put in your comments there. Okay. Now I will be sharing the link through which you can get the certificate and the participation certificate and the recording of this session. So please make sure that you fill out the details here. Okay. I've just put it out. Click on the link and fill out the details. I will be putting both the review link and the certificate link. Yes, I put it out. Now, if any of you want to log out, please make sure that you've clicked on the link and filled out the details. If you are interested to take up the program, please let me know. I see, and now I'm open to queries. If any of you want to log out, good night. Hope we meet again with one of the sessions. I see if you can take up the Google exam for certification instead of going. Yes, ma'am. Sir, I don't know. It says Samsung. So if you want to take up the examination, yes, you can directly take it up. You can also take up the GC program that we have. It's a 5 weeks program, which will get you ready for taking up the examination. There are revision sessions, there are mock tests, which will help you crack this examination. Okay. Yes, if you have any further queries, I'll be happy to take it. Please make sure that you fill out the form. Any questions that you want to ask, please let me know.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
So my name is Shruti, and I am from Karnataka, Bangalore. So can I
Very
talk
well.
to with you in Kannada?
Yes, very well.
Sir, the Google course level 2 ಅಂತ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ
Okay.
ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ
Okay.
ಇವಾಗ ಅದೇ ಲೆವೆಲ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ 2 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾ ಸರ್?
Yes, ma'am. So after you finish level 1, then you can go for level 2.
ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಎಜುಕೇಟರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಟೇಕಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀವಲ್ಲ
You-
ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
Yes, you get two
Okay.
certificates, ma'am. You get
Okay,
two
sir.
certificates. Okay.
Ah.
A certificate of participation, or rather a course completion certificate barutte. That is
Okay.
from that is for the online teaching course, and you
Okay.
also get a certificate from Google, provided you take up the examination and clear the examination.
ಸೊ ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೋಬೋದಾ ಸರ್? ಲೆವೆಲ್ 1
Hmm.
ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ 2 ತಗೋಬೋದಾ ಅಥವಾ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್
Yeah.
ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆನೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾ?
No, it is always better that you finish level 1 and then take level 2, ma'am.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್
Level
ಯು.
2 is much simpler than level 1. It's very easy
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
when you compare it to level 1.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಅದೇ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇದು ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಇದು ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ
Okay.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಮೈ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
And currently I'm working as a government school teacher.
Oh, that's nice to
ಆನ್ಲೈನ್
see your
ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ
interest.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಸರ್.
Okay.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, then Lakshmi ma'am, I think you saw the pricing of the course. Okay. If any of you don't have queries, if you want to log out, good night. Nice meeting you, Madhvi ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Same here.
Yeah.
I would really love to go through the trainings, but I was just thinking about the Google certified. Like I wanted to take the Google certification since a very long time. But yeah, I think that preparation is what you all are going to make us, right? You are going to
Yes.
prepare us for that.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how do we reach out to you right now? If it is not right now, how do I reach out to you?
Me personally, ma'am,
No,
or
no, no, no.
to
For
Up
the
Educators.
for
To Up
enrolling in the
Educators.
course. For
Yeah, yeah.
enrolling.
You can fill out the form, ma'am. The form that I've shared, no? Just fill out the
Okay.
form. We will get back to you.
All right. All right.
Okay. Just fill out the
Thank
form
you.
and you'll be, yeah.
Thank you.
Shilpa ma'am, yeah, ma'am. Thank you. Welcome. Shilpa ma'am, I'll just put it out. Yes, I think it is on your screen, the course fees. 11,900 plus 18% GST. That includes the Google Certified Educator Program, but otherwise, which will cost you around 8,900. Okay. That is not being charged. So 11,900 includes 10 weeks program. That is 5 weeks of how do you start your own online course and 5 weeks of Google Certified program, plus the exam fee, which Google charges. They charge about $10. Okay. That is also included. Okay, I see. Is it better to take individual tuition or to be joined through some online teaching? Sir, ma'am, I don't know. I mean, I'll just tell you. If you're confident with using the tools, that is, you know how to use Zoom, how to use Google Meet, how do you share your screen, your content is ready, all that, then go on your own. If not, get associated with an online teaching company because they will be guiding you on the various platforms. They will send you students also. Okay, but the earning might be a little less. But please be careful with the company that you're getting associated with. Okay, I've heard things where even after 1 month of taking classes, you're not paid. So please make due diligence. Yes. Any other doubts? If no questions, I think we will log out. Okay. Thank you all for being part of this program. Yeah. We'll stop for today. If you don't have any questions.
Thank
Yeah. Nikita ma'am, what skills are required to enter the edtech industry right now? One of the major things is, do you know how to use AI? Okay. That will help you with a lot of things. Okay. Shilpa ma'am, yes, installment facility is there. It will help you with a lot of things. It could be creation of worksheets. It could be creation of simulations. Easily, you are able to create presentations using AI tools. So that is one major requirement, I would say. And of course, teaching, you're all familiar with now. Okay. No other questions. We will wind up for today. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this session. Good night, all of you. Hope all of you have filled out the form. Okay. Good night. Parvez, but sir, did you have any question? No? Okay. Good night.